What is going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy just doing me, and today we are reacting to every single character from the SKYPIEA arc. Of course, the last arc we just finished for One Piece not too long ago, episode 195, a great arc indeed. And as you can see here, we have every single character, at least like the main characters from the arc. I don't know why I'm even surprised that if One Piece is not one of the biggest anime ever, but there was a lot of different SKYPIEA tier lists I could have chose from. But some of them had like a lot of like characters that were kind of leading up to the arc. So they had like Bellamy, they had what's his name? Blackbeard, right? The nasty looking one. They had all those people in it, and I guess maybe technically they were inside the arc. But when I think of SKYPIEA, I don't think of them, right? That was like a whole like little mini arc before we got into real going to Sky Island, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I didn't want to kind of include them, so I kind of wanted to only include the main characters from the arc. Looking at the rankings right here, we have goaded. They stepped up. They were sort of useful, you know, they were just there. And Basara, absolute garbage juice. I'm kind of basing it off of how much I like that character and like the character writing and that kind of stuff, but also how useful they were inside the, you know, inside the arc. You know, like, did they help, you know, take down, not even take down Eneru, but like, were they just actually trying to provide to do something, or were they just kind of just milling about, just taking up space, taking up screen time? You know what I'm saying? So first things first, we have Robin, of course, very goated character off rip. She did a lot, honestly, not only with the whole poneglyph thing towards the end and kind of like deciphering it, and kind of giving them a reason to having to, you know, stop protecting the golden bell, because that's what they've been doing for generations now for the Shandorians, you know what I'm saying? So once she kind of deciphered everything, it kind of put an end to that, and they could finally rest and have peace. So that was one. Two, she was definitely boxing when she had to, and she was protecting as well, protecting the old, like the relics and the, you know, the ancestors and stuff like that, when she was fighting that fat ass dude inside the forest. So that's another thing. She also protected and transported everyone, and when they got shocked by Eneru initially, like she transported, what was it, Wiper, Zoro, Chopper, all of them. So she was definitely doing her thing. I think it's an easy goaded, don't gotta say too much. I'm trying to think towards like the beginning of the arc, but that was a lot of setup. There wasn't too much stuff going on, but she's been doing her thing. Gonfall, I think it's an automatic goaded as well. He definitely stepped up when it comes to like fighting and boxing. He saved them countless number of times. Even he was the first one they were introduced to all the way at the very beginning. He gave them, like, what was it, the whistle, I think, the whistle, right, to call him whenever they needed help. He zoomed to go and help them. Of course, he used to be like the past god, the past leader. You could tell his emotions were definitely set in this. He wanted to, you know, to get to a point of peace. He was doing his utmost, trying to protect not only his own people, but to take care of the Shandorians as well. And then he did end up being chosen again to lead both groups at the end of the arc. So easy goated. Eneru, as evil as he is, he definitely is goated. He was a great villain, very strong. I was kind of like trying to, like, you know, would he beat Crocodile, like our last main boss from the last arc for Alabasta? Would he beat Crocodile? Because, you know, sand can, like, it's kind of like Luffy, where I don't think it takes electricity, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I think that's a kind of an interesting thing. And Crocodile is a warlord, or well, at least was a warlord. Eneru did end up getting away at the end of the arc. Obviously, he's still out and about with his freaking arc maxim, going to who knows where. Like I said, great villain. I guess great writing. I'm still kind of confused onto why he decided to go and start doing all that, like, you know, trying to become a god and destroying everything. Maybe you can just kind of sum it up as, like, you know, he just has a kind of like a complex. He is so strong, so he feels like he should be a god. He feels like he should be able to do all these certain things, and just, you know, everyone should just kind of be bowing down to him, and just, you know, they can't and he's not wrong, because besides Luffy, there was not a single person that had anything to say to him, you know what I'm saying? And that was the one thing that was like very different about this arc compared to the ones I've watched previously, was that usually like Zoro, Sanji, they kind of had their own little, and they had their own little fights before versus the Shandorians, but like usually they can kind of help when it comes to the last boss, but not this. Well, I guess not even for Crocodile, to be fair. So maybe I'm kind of tripping with that, but Eneru really was not one to play with. Like, they tried to step to him and he washed them. Only one that got a critical hit was Wiper, but we'll get to Wiper a little bit later on. This guy, I really don't remember his name. I think he was the leader or one of the leaders of like the Sky Warriors. And he was probably in. I won't put him in Basura, but he's probably in. Was that the guy who lost to Robin? Let me see if I can see his face here. No, it was this guy right here. It was this guy right here. I don't know who this even is then. Who is this? I don't remember this man's face at all. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. But I'm not too sure about who that man is. I'll be completely honest. I'll still leave him an eh because he looks familiar, and y'all let me know, then it might click in my head. I low-key forget her name, but her and her dad, I do know who she is. I know it's Conus, right? At the beginning of the arc, her selling them out, tricking them. But of course we later learn that they're all, not just her, but everyone that lives in SKYPIEA is in fear of Eneru. So there's a reasoning behind it, so you can kind of understand it as well. But she does try to make up for it by leading them out, trying to get them to leave, like before they start really doing the whole entire fighting. So she tried to make up for it, you know. She tried to make up for it. So she's definitely not goated. I won't say she stepped up either. I'd probably say, you know, sort of useful. If she from the get-go was kind of trying to help them and like maybe try to get them to kind of take down Eneru and trying to, you know what I'm saying, then maybe. But like she started off on a very bad foot, but once we got to learn and understand what was going on, she kind of picked her character back up. But so she was sort of useful. Same thing with her dad, but I think her dad was definitely, I won't put him in stepped up, but her dad was definitely like a lot more like trying to help from the get-go. He's kind of the one that like also made her kind of change her mindset towards it and kind of like, you know, to be a little bit more brave, especially when, of course, like we thought he died when he got blasted by Eneru. But even during that time when we thought he was actually dead, that also was a very pivotal moment for Conus, kind of making her to really like lock in. To be fair, I forgot she had that very crazy good ass moment when she put up with the rocket launcher and everything, and was basically made sure that everyone started evacuating. So she kind of did her thing low key. So both of them kind of go, you know, in tandem. So I keep both of them as sort of useful, but they kind of fed off each other the entire time. This old ass granny angel, Basura. Immediately, first off, she wants to start charging people fucking $3, $4, $5 million just to get in here. And at the very end, when everyone was evacuating, she was still trying to charge them until they told her like, "Hey, Granny, I don't know if you look around. I don't know if you see what's going on right now, but we're about to die." You know what I'm saying? So, and we only saw her like twice. I think this guy is the leader of the, what do they call, like the White Berets? They're called, right? The White Berets. I forget what his name is, but he was the leader. Again, kind of like Conus, started off on a very bad foot, was not messing with them, very annoying. But we learned towards the end that the reason why he was kind of acting the way he was and trying to keep people in line and trying to follow the rules and stuff like that, because he didn't want to, you know, invoke Eneru's wrath. You know what I'm saying? So definitely understandable. Still kind of bitch made. But then again, who was gonna step to Eneru? Not him. You know what I'm saying? When Luffy coming through and stuff like that, then it made it more possible, obviously. But before him, he was kind of doing what he could to make sure everyone survived and no one was getting, you know, killed by or nothing like that. So I'll go ahead and put him in sort of useful as well. I forget what the bird is called, but this is like the bird horse thing, right? From Gonfall. Low-key, he stepped the hell up. I won't say he's goated, but he stepped the hell up. He was like, thinking back on and out, he was alive during like damn near the entire time. I don't think he was ever knocked out. I think he helped Chopper at one point. He helped that little girl. I forget what her name is. She's probably down here somewhere. Is it her right here? I don't know. That's the little girl. But the little girl, y'all know who I'm talking about. He was helping her fly. I think same thing with Nami, catching people out the sky, helping them battle as well. Even Gonfall said at one point that he can handle himself if need be. Like he was doing his thing. He was a very great addition to the team. It kind of felt like, not on Alabasta, but like the arc before that, when they were fighting like Mr. Two and them. There was that one animal that was a part of the team for a little bit. No, it wasn't Alabasta. It was Vivi's like freaking the duck thing that she was on. It kind of reminded me of that, where like each arc kind of has like their own like animal mascot for the arc. At least so far, right? That kind of helps the team. It's very, very funny. It has some really gag moments, but you know, kind of locks in when it needs to be, and that's definitely what he was for this arc. This is Vivi's freaking like little nine-tailed fox type of thing. I won't put him in Basura because it's cute and you know he didn't do nothing too bad, but he kind of was just there. I don't think he did anything that was too different. I think the only thing I remember is that when Sanji and Usopp woke up after being shocked by Eneru, she alerted, or I don't know if it's just she or he, but it alerted Vivi that they left, and that was really it. So I'll put him above this guy though, I'll be honest. This guy, I really do not remember who he is. I'm trying to think, is that the guy who, because if y'all remember, for Vivi's dad, like when he got struck down by Enru, it was because he was talking to someone who escaped from like the freaking Sky Warrior slave encampment they damn near had to build the Arc Maxime. There was a guy who escaped, and he let them know about the the plan that Enru had. So I'm trying to think if that's the dad, because he looks all beaten up and bloody and everything like that. So I'm trying to think if that's him or not. And that might be him. That might be him. And if it's not, then I'm sorry, but I think like that's the only one that kind of makes sense right now. So if it is him, Loki, he was kind of mad useful. Like he was like a random off side character, one off, but he alerted everyone about the plan that was going on, and then it allowed Kona's dad to push Kona's off and get her to go and get everybody else to evacuate. Loki, without this guy, there would have been no telling what Enru's plan was, and everyone probably would have died, genuinely. So shout out to this dude. I think he died too. I don't think he got to see his kid again and everything like that, so rest in peace. But without his sacrifice, there would be like no citizens of Sky Island anymore. So shout out to him. I don't know who the hell this is. I can't even joke and see who this is. This fake ass Stewie Griffin. He has some big ass ears too, don't he? I don't know who that is. Same thing with this person. I don't know who this is either. Y'all remind me. I feel like if they were crucial, I would remember. You know what I'm saying? I really do not know who these two people are. I don't know what his name is, but this is the current leader, right? The current like old man of the Shandorians. And he was, I think it has to be guaranteed at least sort of useful. He was a good like tone setter for them, like kind of counteracting Wiper. Wiper was very aggressive, trying to take back the land, trying to just on go. But he was kind of like, look at it like this, think about it in a different way. And I think he was the one that also told Wiper about the old story about like Nolan and all that kind of stuff as well, which provided some very great backstory and added some lot of oomph to the story. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, he didn't really do nothing. He didn't fight or nothing. He's too old to fight. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of just dropping wisdom. But I think it's kind of crazy to put him in Ant, because he was still doing something. You know what I'm saying? I might put this guy like right here, Loki. He was kind of cooking, I'll be honest. But yeah. I think this is Wiper. Is this Wiper? Yeah, this is Wiper. Wiper is immediately goated. Automatically. This man was for sure boxed. I think he caught the most bodies, low key. Besides like Luffy, I think he caught the most bodies. He was hanging with Luffy too. He was trying to blow him up inside the freaking forest initially. I guess they weren't fighting for real, but still, like, he took down one of the priests by himself with he used the reject dial like 3 or 4 times and survived. He got shocked by Enru by like 7 something times, getting hit by like mad Thors and stuff like that. And he was still standing up every single time, just off the pure willpower of having to take back his land and continuing what the Shandorian culture and what they're standing for and what they're fighting for and stuff like that. He's a very true leader. Yes, he was kind of just sacrificing himself and not having a lot of sense at the beginning, but once you kind of found out the backstory, what's going on, you definitely understood it a lot more. I like this character development. I like how him like full circle moment as well, kind of become like the new leader and him still praising the old leader. This guy right here, I love it. Great character. Low-key probably put him above all these people, right? Low-key right here. Probably put Gonfall above Robin too, something like that. Maybe Enru above Robin. Yeah. But Wiper, goated character. I forget what her name is, but she was boxing a little bit for sure. She did survive at the end. She was the one that was carrying the little girl's like bag of like soil, bag of earth or verth, whatever they were calling it. I won't say she was, maybe she was Anne. Did she do anything? I remember she showed up to tell to tell Wiper when they all got locked in that cage by one of the priests, by like the bald priest guy. They got locked in that cage, right? She pulled up, was trying to tell Wiper something. I'm pretty sure Enru just struck her down right then and there. Yeah, I think she's an Anne. She might be top of Anne though. But yeah, this little girl, She was kind of just there for the ride. I feel I'm trying to see if she did anything important specifically. Like she kind of was just like the little like middle ground between like the blue sea people and, you know, the sky people as well. But she didn't really do anything. She was just kind of just they were kind of just like not even protecting her. She was just there. You know what I'm saying? She was just there, but she was still like a very cute, lovable character, very chill. I like the moment she had with this woman at the end of the arc in 195 of them like cutting her hair and everything like that. Her being like, I was able to say thank you and goodbye to them towards the end. I don't know. I'll probably keep her in A. I'll keep her in A. I'll keep her in A. She was a cute character and stuff like that, but she didn't do nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? These three next people are like along, I guess, with her as well. Or like we're like the four like vice captains in a sense under Wiper and Loki. They can all kind of go in the same one. This one, well, no. Which was the one that was fighting Zoro? He was going crazy. I think it was this one right here. He was the one fighting Zoro. He did try to beat Eneru as well. He lost, obviously, but he did try to fight Eneru. I'll give him his credit when it's due. So yeah, I'll put him right there. I'm trying to remember who this one was. I think he like passed away like early on. I don't think he really even fought that much for real, I'll be honest. And then this one too, I think he fought him. And he lost. So I'll put him here too. But this other guy, the one who was fighting Zoro, he was like mad fluid and stuff. He was going crazy. Again, he lost to Eneru, but at least he did more than the other two. I think this is the little girl's mom. I don't think she really did anything. I won't put her in Basura or nothing, but I think she was the little girl's mom. She was literally just there. These people, I have no idea. I know this bald guy. This bald guy was the one that fought the dog. Where's the dog at? Hopefully he's here. No way, the dog's not here. Oh yeah, the dog is here. Right. He was the one that fought the dog and lost. I don't know. They can all go into Basura. I don't know who any of these people are. Okay, so we have another kind of not goated character. I'll probably put him in sort of useful, but I think he's kind of like higher up, like right here. I don't know what his name is, but like the, you know, like the legendary snake, the one that's been there since always since Nolan. So he was a baby when Nolan was still alive, the ancestors and everything. And he's the snake that we see today. In terms of usefulness, I mean, he didn't really, he was kind of just amongst the fight. He was just kind of fighting with everybody else. He really didn't like, you know, help either side. Kind of, he was kind of just like a wild card, I think. So I'm not too sure. Maybe he should be lower actually. Like he was a cool character to kind of see his backstory, and then they stole the gold from inside his stomach at the end from the Straw Hats. But he didn't really do anything to make it to where like he was useful. At one point he did smash into the beanstalks and kind of not even on purpose, but just like, you know, on accident, and it almost made it knock down in favor of the Straw Hats to get to Eneru faster. But I don't know. Y'all let me know, but I don't think he really did anything. I like the backstory portion, but that was really it. I think this is like the ancestral old leader of the Shindorians. Again, kind of like his current counterpart, where they just were just very wise old men. They didn't fight, nothing like that, but they were just dropping mad bars, dropping mad wisdom, and in helping either Wiper or this one right here, who can go right next to him, low-key, his ancestor, kind of keep a level head and look at the different situations differently. Because without him, he probably would still have been trying to like go and like push Nolan away. And then same thing with Wiper. If he didn't think back to what he was being told, he probably would have started not helping the Straw Hats. You know what I'm saying? So both of them very useful, dropping wisdom. And then both of the, you know, the legendary warriors, absolutely goated. I love the backstory between him and Nolan. Of course, and he definitely was boxing too, in a sense. Like maybe he wasn't boxing now, but like if he was here now, he probably for sure would have been boxing, probably better than all of them. He was really like one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I love the story between him and Nolan. Definitely a very goated character. Kind of like I won't say him like a main character of this arc, but like, you know, was very pivotal into why we're even here doing what we're doing, trying to ring this bell and stuff like that right now. I think this is his daughter, right? This was the one they were trying to sacrifice. She really, I won't put her in trash, but she really didn't do anything. Like they were trying to sacrifice her. Of course, Nolan ran up, stopped them, tried to get them to see it in a different way. But that was really it when it comes to her. I think this might be her mom, and maybe his wife. Again, didn't really do. I'll probably put her in Basura. I don't really remember her too much. This guy, I think this was like the little kid that grew up and was like his second in command. I think he was also the kid they healed, like when Nolan was like killing everybody and stuff with like healing their tree curse or their tree fever or whatever. He was the first one they healed. and he kind of stood up for them. So, you know, he did something, but like it wasn't too crazy. So I'll probably put him like around here or something. He was cool though. I don't remember what his name was, but he was a cool character. I'm just now realizing I don't see Nolan anywhere. I'm pretty sure they have some of these just random characters, but no Nolan. That's crazy how life works. We'll get to it at the end. But just know Nolan's going right here on the top of Goated if he was here. I don't know why he's not here. They have everybody else besides him. So this is the, you know, we have the priest next. This is the bald priest. He's the one that had the sword that was fighting Zoro. Low key, I think he was the, was he? Nah, he wasn't the, well, he was probably tied for the best out of the priest. Yeah, low key, because he was doing a good bit. He was taking a lot of lives, him and his dog. So I know like he was sort of useful for the enemy side. You know, like he held his ground. He was the last priest standing at the end. Definitely higher than them, for sure higher than them. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. Did his thing. I'm trying to remember like what their trials were called. I forget. I know this one was like the sphere one. I think this person was the one was like the swamp. I just forget about these other two. One of them was like fire, right? But yeah, the next one is the sphere one. The sphere one was kind of good. I was thinking like I kind of was dismissing them because he did lose, but he was boxing. Who was it? Sanji? Was it Sanji or was it Usopp? No, I think it was Sanji, Usopp, and Luffy for a good couple of episodes. He was giving them that work. You know what I'm saying? They eventually pieced him up eventually, but for a good minute, they were getting clobbered by him. So I'll put him right here too. He was doing this thing. He did get beat first, but he was doing this thing from when he was still alive. This fire guy might be the best one. I think he's like leaps because he was fighting Gonfall. Then he fought Wiper. Wiper did destroy him though with the fucking reject dial, to be fair, but he did fight Wiper as well. So he fought a lot of the more like strong heavy hitters. And he didn't beat Gonfall, but I think he like chased him away or something like that. Like he was able to like, you know, get him out of there. So he was doing his thing. This guy kind of ass. I'll be honest. He didn't do a damn thing to him. He lost to Chopper. No disrespect to Chopper. Chopper, you know, we all love Chopper, but this man got washed by Chopper. 1v1 too. 1v1. Loki, that says more about Chopper than this dude. Cause Chopper, like, I thought he was gonna like have someone come and save him or something, but nah, like by himself, he beat this dude. So shout out to Chopper, but not to this man. He did more than these other people. Because y'all let me know, he beat some of the grunts, but when it came for his 1v1 fight of the arc, he lost by a crazy fashion too, into his own like domain. He got like thrown into the freaking swamp thing, and like he was nothing. This man, this fat ass dude, he was the one that fought Robin, and I think Robin at first wasn't trying to take him serious, because not take him serious, but she didn't want to hurt the ruins behind her. But then I think she led him away from the ruins, and then she one shot him. You know what I'm saying? As she should. So she went crazy. He did not though. Like I think, like I said, he beat this dude. He beat this other big dude. So I mean, I guess like I should probably put him over just because of that reason. But like, even then, you know, he wasn't really, you know, he wasn't really useful like that. No way they include these two bumbling idiots, but didn't include Nolan. Whatever, dog. But yeah, these two, I think, are like the younger brothers of this dude. They all like freaking, I might flash this picture on screen. If y'all know number 2 from Kids Names Next Door, yeah, they all look just like him, like uncanny just like them, low key. But they really didn't do nothing. I think they were piecing up. Who did they fight? I think they went to go avenge their brother by beating on Sanji and Usopp, I want to say. I'm trying to remember how they got defeated. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. I just remember like when they kind of came around, but I know they weren't like completely useless, but they really didn't do nothing too either. You know what I'm saying? So they're kind of just there in a sense. Maybe above them like this. Move this person down. Yeah. Something like this. But yeah. This is a fighting dog. He was boxing, but again, like he didn't box no one important. He just was boxing a bunch of different grunts. It was kind of funny to see it though, for sure, but that was really it. And also I think like when his owner got beat, the bald guy, when he got beat, Zoro just told him to sit down or something like that. And he just sat because he just listens to whoever is like tells him a direction when the owner gets like, you know, swiped away or defeated or whatever. So he didn't like Loki. He didn't stand 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? His owner got beat. He all made became a regular ass dog. So yeah. This is the fire guy's bird. At first he was kind of better than him in terms of like these combat wise, but they got defeated by Wiper. You know what I'm saying? So like that's neither here nor there. He wasn't as goated though for sure. He's definitely not in the same thing. I don't know. Again, it's kind of like I'm putting all the like lackeys or grunts together because like they all kind of fit the same role, if that makes sense. So yeah, so they'll all probably go together right here, all the little grunts, and then we have like this, I guess the general sky warriors. And they were cool. They were definitely useful, but just like probably like bottom of the tier useful, but they were definitely useful. They could definitely hold their ground. Like they weren't like, you know, it's like you just kind of just could close your eyes and beat them. You know what I'm saying? But nothing too crazy. I have no idea who this is, and he looks so important. He has this big bushy beard. He's not supposed to be. Nolan was bald as hell. Where is Nolan? Like, how did they have this? I don't know who this is. Y'all let me know. Like these people down here, besides the first one, like, I know who the first one is, but everyone else, y'all let me know. This thing that has God on it, I think this was the thing that brought them, like when they put their boat into the river or whatever, into the sea clouds. This thing like took them immediately straight towards the island initially, but again, like this doesn't mean anything. Like it was like I swear it was just like a one-time thing and that was it. Same thing with the rest of these things. Like this random fish, like why is this here? I don't even know what this is. Put that right there. This is the bird. I think this is the bird that like hitched a ride with them up and then went back with them when they went back down to the blue sea. But we didn't see him for like the entirety of the arc. He was kind of more there when they were fighting Bellamy and stuff like that than during SKYPIEA. So I don't really know how he's there. These were the monsters that were like jumping out of the sea thing to like attack them. But again, like they were all getting one shot. Like they were not serious. Shout out to these wolves. These wolves were actually kind of good. Like they were like, I think they all partied together. But this is like back during like Bellamy's arc. I feel like this is not even part of SKYPIEA. But shout out to these wolves though. They had like a big ass like Balooza at the end of the night together. That was a pretty funny scene. This is the octopus in 195, obviously, that saved them. Well, not saved. Well, yeah, saved them. Like, you know, helped them get down from SKYPIEA safely. So low-key, he should be a lot higher than a lot of these people. Like just him doing that alone makes him very, very high. I'll be honest. Like higher than some of these other people at least. Because like without them, they wouldn't not be able to get down there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that octopus. Okay, now here we go. We have the 6 main people. We're gonna rate them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep Luffy for last. Starting off with Nami. She kind of did her thing. I feel like not as useful as she was in Alabasta because she had a 1v1 fight. She had to use that weapon for the first time, use her smarts. She kind of cooked in Alabasta. In this arc, I don't think she fought anyone, but she did stay alive the longest. I feel like she stalled for some time when it came to Eneru in a sense. But low-key, she might be just the top of sort of useful. She didn't really step up too much when it comes to fighting. I know she was facing Eneru, you know, so what could she really do? I know she tried for a little bit when he was like trying to shock her and he was like she was kind of like just like, you know, throwing stuff away with her little thing. But at the same time, he wasn't really trying, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of playing around with her. So she didn't do too bad this arc, but she definitely wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? Zoro, I think he stepped up. He for sure stepped up. He took down a priest by himself. You know, for Zoro, he's at least gonna take one body. You know what I'm saying? So, he took a body of the bald priest. He also fought the other bald guy. Low key, he was fighting all the bald people. Low key, he fought the other bald. Not him, actually. I'm wrong. Where is he at? He fought this guy. So he might be bald under there. Who knows? But he fought this guy with a little hat above his head. He fought both of them, beat both of them, of course. He did his thing as always. He tried to face Eneru multiple times, but he did cut the beanstalk. He cut one half of it, and then Wiper got the other side. So without him right there, the plan would not have worked. 1, and then 2, he did get like shocked right after again. So he sacrificed himself in a sense. So he definitely did his thing. I probably even put him above the bird. Sanji, kind of the same thing. I kind of want to put him low goated just for that one scene alone where he like pushed Usopp and Nami out the way and tanked that freaking thing with the cigarette going. And he also like, well, it didn't work fully, but he did kind of like mess up the ship the best way he could. Of course, Enru did end up fixing it, obviously, the next episode, but he was trying. He was trying. I'm trying to see if he did help. Him and Luffy did beat that other sphere guy. Did he have any other fights? Not really though. He was kind of knocked out for like the entirety of the arc. But he kind of like, but when he was awake, he was stepping up though. You know what I'm saying? As they should. They're Luffy's right hand men, both of them. So I think that's a good pairing. I think I want to put Zoro above him though. I love that scene with him and Enru. It's kind of like they're kind of tied for me. They're kind of tied for me for this arc. Then we have Chopper. Chopper for sure stood up, bro. Like I said before, the fact that he beat a priest by himself, he held down the Going Merry by himself for a good portion of the time. He stayed alive. Of course, he was the doctor at the end, helped everyone that needed to be helped when it came to Wiper and stuff, nursed them back to health. He did his thing. He did his thing. Loki, without that battle versus the priest, maybe I would have put him lower, but I keep thinking to myself, he beat him by himself. They made, you know what I'm saying, that's a big thing for Chopper. He held his ground. I have to respect it. So he'll go third. Usopp was low-key cooking the entire time. I'll be completely honest. He again stayed up the most of the time, was doing a lot of the strategy. Even at the end, like we just with the recent episode, they're about to fall and almost die because Luffy was playing around like usual, and then he used all the dials to put under the ship to keep it from, you know, falling too fast. He also got the dials as well. He traded all these like useless stuff they have just normalized in the Blue Sea for all their dials and, you know, in the Sky Island. So that was very smart of him. I don't know if it was him or Luffy who came up with the idea to go and grab the gold from the snake's mouth, but that was good to get the gold too as well. I just don't think he had any fighting though. I'm trying to think. I don't think he fought anyone. He was just kind of like supporting people here and there. He did try to kind of fight Enru for a little bit. Of course, Enru was watching him. But he did his thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I think he stepped up enough to be there. I think he might be lower than, he's kind of tied with the bird. He's kind of tied with the bird. And last but not least, we have the GOAT, Luffy. And you know he's goated. Come on now. You know I don't waste no time. Right above Wiper, right above the Great Warrior of Shandoria. Luffy, of course, as always, went in there, won every battle he was a part of, I'm pretty sure. Never gave up, stayed determined as always, kept his promise all the way from the beginning to everybody. He said he was going to ring that bell, like at the beginning of the arc, ring that bell, you know what I'm saying? He said he was going to save the Shandorians, the Sky Island people. He saved them. He beat Enru. He didn't like completely defeat him, you know, he still got away, but he did enough to where he made that man leave, you know what I'm saying? He was the only person that could have like, not even there, but maybe in like the world that is like a complete, you know, opponent, a great opponent for Enru, because he can't get hit by the lightning. So it was only physical attacks. Not even then, not really. You know what I'm saying? It's only piercing attacks. So he definitely did his thing with that. And it's, you know, it's Luffy. You know what I'm saying? It's Luffy. Led his team. I think with each arc, he's becoming a better and a better captain. He's showing his crew that, you know, to believe in him, to trust in them. They never waver. You know what I'm saying? When Luffy's going at it, and if I'm for me as a straw hat, if I'm a straw hat, I'm seeing Luffy like 1v1 anybody. I'm putting my utmost faith in him. I know he's gonna lock in. He's gonna do his thing. He might say, he even though he had a freaking golden ball stuff locked into his hand, even though he got thrown from the ship multiple times, he kept on getting back up and up again. And you know what I'm saying, that's what we expect. That's what we expect from the boy. That's what we expect from the GOAT. So yeah, number one easily. I think this is a pretty good list for all the SKYPIEA characters. I know we're missing Nolan. If I had Nolan, he'd be right there next to Wiper, probably like maybe even in front of Wiper, maybe below Wiper, like right next to his brother, because Nolan's backstory was sad as hell, but he was such a great guy, great character. He did a lot. And again, a very pivotal reason to why we're even here doing all this. We're trying to ring the bell and everything like that. So that's the list right there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can take a little picture if y'all need to. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was all the SKYPIEA arc. Not SKYPIEA, but all the SKYPIEA characters. Again, this is my first time doing this, but I think I want to keep doing this as we progress through every like main arc. We go back and rank all the characters. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to go back and do for Alabasta. I think that was the only one that was like another last main arc, right? It was Alabasta and a kind of Drum Island. I didn't watch all of Drum Island with y'all, like react to all of it, but I did react to like majority of. No, that's not even true. I think I did the last episode of Drum Island when Chopper actually joins the group, and then they have the like the beautiful pink bubblegum cloud, not clouds, but like the trees start flourishing, like the sakura trees at the end. So maybe not Drum Island. I didn't react to all of that on here, but for Alabasta, I definitely did. If you want an Alabasta one, let me know. I got y'all. I'll go back and do it. I might still do it just for continuity's sake, because I already did this one, so I might as well go do that one. But it's been a little bit, so I don't know if I remember all the characters that vivid. Nah, that's not true. I don't remember them. No, I remember them. But yeah, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Love y'all as always. Thank you guys for all the support as always. We're almost to 750 subscribers, which is 3/4 away. Not away, but 3/4. And then we're gonna be a 1/4 away from the big 1,000. So thank you. And yeah, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you guys as always. And I'll be seeing y'all in the next video. Peace.